So, Yoshi just made a very controversial change to Deadlock that I would argue is the worst change we've gotten in Deadlock as far back as I can remember, because there's basically no upside and only downsides for the people that it affects. So, if you're out of the loop, what they've done is the following. If you are an Eternus player and you go to queue for a match, you'll be greeted with this line of text right here. As an Eternus player, you must select at least 2 heroes as your highest priority. What? So, now if I want to queue for a match, I can't just queue for 7, the character that I want to play. I must also set another character to high priority in order to queue, meaning that I no longer get to choose what character I get to play when queuing for a match of Deadlock. Depending on the popularity of the 2 characters I have selected, I could get lucky and only have a 50-50 shot of getting the character that I want, or I might get unlucky and have a significantly higher chance of getting one of the other characters that I set to high priority, when in actuality, what I want is this character right here, 7. And there's absolutely no way around this. If you're an Eternus player, this is your life now, and frankly, I just think it's a little bit ridiculous to be punishing Eternus players like this. So I'm going to try and steelman the best possible case for why this change was made. The devs over at Valve want players to not be one-tricks when they play up an Eternus. To achieve the highest rank in the game, you've got to be good at multiple characters, and so, by adding this change, they are forcing you to get good at more than just one hero in the roster. You won't be able to get the same character every single time now. Now you're going to have half of your games be some other character. Furthermore, this will increase the variety of characters that are found in matches, because players will not be able to just spam the same characters over and over again. Some matches, they're going to get somebody different. So, this is a change that's meant to increase the skill level of players who are up in Eternus, and also increase the variety of characters that you see in order to hopefully improve matchmaking in the comps that you see. But this is just kind of a load of crap. The reason why, in my opinion, this change is so bad is because it removes player agency, which is a very big part of Deadlock. It's one of the strongest things about this game. You get to choose whatever character you want, and be almost guaranteed to get them. And then, obviously, in the match, you have so much agency and choice in how you play that character through the item store, and, well, just your general playstyle, what abilities you upgrade, etc. But by taking away player choice and forcing you to basically gamble on whether you get your character that you actually want to play or not, well, that just removes a lot of the fun from the game. If I'm in the particular mood to play a specific character on a certain day, I should be allowed to do that. Let's say I have an itch to scratch and I want to play some Abrams and just go around punching people. Well, I'm not guaranteed to do that, because I've got to have some other character in my queue. There's a 50% chance I might get 7 here, and maybe I could queue up another punch character, but if I just really want to play some Abrams, I just want to queue for Abrams. I don't want to queue for any other character, and I physically am not capable of doing that anymore. This also makes queuing in Eternus completely inconsistent from the entire rest of the game. 90% of players who play this game will not be affected by this change, but if you are aspiring to hit Eternus right now, you're mid or high ascendant, and you want to finally hit the highest rank in the game, well, by the time you get here, you're going to be greeted with what is effectively just a punishment. The previous queue system that you had that allowed you to choose whatever character you want is gone, and in its place, you just gotta go gambling and hope and pray that Yoshi gives you the character that you want. I played a little bit with this queue system on my stream earlier, and it was just not great. My first match, I ended up queuing for 7 and Lash, and I got Lash, even though I am strictly in a 7 mood today, and it didn't go greatly. And in this match, there was not a 7 on either of the teams, nor was 7 banned. 7 was perfectly available in this match, and in the previous system I would have gotten 7, but now because I was forced to have a second high priority character, it just... I didn't get 7. I didn't get the character that I wanted. I didn't really want to play Lash. I felt forced to queue him up anyways, because what else am I going to do? Queue Haze? Ew. And yeah, it was miserable. Now, I got 2 7 games back-to-back. I succeeded on my gambling and the 50% chance to get 7 that I had, but then in the final match of the day, I ended up replacing Lash with Wraith, and I indeed did get Wraith instead of 7. Again, I wanted to play 7, I didn't want to play Wraith, game forced me on Wraith, and I mean, it was a better match. Wraith is fun, but like, still, it's just a bit ridiculous. It honestly just kind of feels like high priority doesn't really mean anything anymore with this change, because 2 out of 3 of the characters are high priority. I mean, the third character, like, she might as well not even be there. Like, I should just be able to deselect Haze right now. Like, I'm never going to get her with 2 characters that are high priority. But then if both of these characters are high priority, why don't I just, I don't know, make them both low priority? Like, is that not okay? Can I not just do that? Why even bother with the high priority system anymore? Man, it just doesn't make sense. The last reason why I hate this change is a little more selfish and applies to a very small but important subsection of the community, which are streamers and content creators such as myself. A lot of streamers and video makers will play a specific character to do some kind of challenge or test out a new build in order to make sure it works for their audience or give their audience something entertaining to watch. For example, on my streams, I like to do hero requests, where people can come in and pay to make me play a certain character, and then I will do whatever build they want and try my hardest to win that match. But with this dual queue system, let's say I get a Viscous hero request, I have to queue somebody else, and there's a chance that I'm just completely unable to fulfill this person's request. And going back to that point about build crafting, it is all of a sudden now a lot harder to test builds, because if you make a fresh new build for a character like Paradox and you want to try it out in a game and see if it works, you might have to wait a few matches before you actually get to play the character because, I don't know, Silver, or whoever else you have in the queue, just keeps taking your matches over and over again. This change has just stripped so much agency from players in Eternus, and it punishes you for reaching the highest rank in the game without really any tangible benefit, because at the end of the day, I don't think this is going to increase the variety of characters that much. If you're a sweaty meta try-hard gamer, then you can just queue both Mina and Lash, and you can just win with that, or whatever other characters happen to be meta at the time. And, yeah, also, preventing one-tricks, I mean, I guess maybe if you want to say that someone is truly Eternus, they should be able to master more than one character, but I think this is just a bit silly. If you come to Deadlock and you fall in love with a character and you play them so much that you become amazing at them and you reach Eternus, I don't think you should be punished for playing your favorite character. People are meant to love the characters in this game. I do love a lot of the characters in this game, but like, now I'm not even able to deterministically select just one of them and play them. Thankfully, Street Brawl is untouched, so I guess maybe I'll become a Street Brawl YouTuber until this change gets reverted, which hopefully it gets reverted soon. I haven't seen anyone like this update. Of course, maybe that'll change by the time I read the comments on this video, but for now, oh my gosh, I think this is just awful and regressing the game and punishing the players who actually spend the time to reach the highest ranks in this game. But let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below. Do you like this change, or do you think it's stupid? I fall into the latter camp. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Peace out.